The big thing why I wanted to ask about that is because I truly believe, I mean, everybody at this table must be really good. Honestly, y'all sound like good relationship people because of y'all said that it would never replace the intimacy. But I think today there is a lot of women that love themselves so much it is replacing that intimacy for them, and like they don't even really need it from certain guys and shit because they love, like, they're obsessed with themselves a little bit. But everybody here is really humble. It kind of sounds like
That's
so.
just narcissism.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
just narcissism.
there's a lot of narcissism today. You gotta understand the internet makes narcissists. Like social
Yeah.
media literally creates narcissism.
I think
Like
that
every person that's in the social media game is a narcissist if like they're an influencer or something, in my opinion.
what if it's not that, they're replacing it and like they don't need it, but it's more of like I know my worth. So because I'm not gonna deal with this from him, such or whatever, but he don't need my time. So I don't even need to put up with that right now. I don't have to
Yeah.
deal with that. So it's like, why even go get that intimacy if it ain't worth it?
Yeah, and I could see that. I could see that too. I could definitely see that. Next question: what age will you settle for the average man? So what I mean is a guy that makes average. I think is $38,000 a year, 5'8",
Never.
5'8", overweight because the average man is overweight today. So go like I don't mean fat. I just mean like he's just above what he should be at. So of those three things, is there a certain age that you'd be like, you know what, I'm tired of being single. I'll settle for this. 40, 45, 50. We'll start with you. What do you think?
I'd be like 35, 40.
35,
'Cause I
40?
ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go get it out the mud until I have to figure it out. Cause I ain't depending on no dude if he
Hmm.
average.
Yeah.
I
Until
mean,
you're 35, 40, you would give up them.
yeah,
I can't even give you no age for real because
You never
like
want to settle for average.
that's what I'm
no, and then like you say fat and like all
Well,
this
because
other
that is
stuff.
average. If we look
No,
statistically, that's the average
I need
man.
to be like like right now at this age that I'm in, I just don't feel like I can just like a person based just straight off their personality. So I need to be at least a little attracted to you. I can't do that.
You
That's
can't even say like 40. You would start, thinking about it.
no, because
Even at 40, you're like, I still want this.
it's gonna be somebody out there that want me that look good. So I can't. I can't.
We'll see. What about you?
I will repeat, never.
Never,
No.
never. All
I
right,
would get old enough. I
y'all,
would date younger.
y'all can both live
yeah.
together.
Yeah, like
Right.
no,
Y'all-
like I no.
you will date younger. You said.
If I get old enough and the men my age don't, I will date younger.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying dating 15, 20 years younger than you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I will date younger.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can still get those guys.
I got a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Now, do you
What's
think
young?
that like those? Yeah. Yeah.
I
Go.
want to know like what age is young for you? Like what's the youngest?
The youngest I've dated.
Or no, that what you would date?
So say if I'm 45, right? I'll probably date like 35 plus. Like
35.
within a 10 year. I
10
wouldn't
year
go
gap.
below 10 years. Like that's no.
Okay, okay.
And-
So what
No.
if that's average though?
What I wouldn't choose somebody that's average at 35. So either you still have a body. I don't date average men now, regardless of. So I've honestly never dated somebody fat, and that's just not something I'm
You're
attracted
not gonna
to.
start. You're not gonna start.
And I'm not
anytime
gonna
soon.
start at 45. Like
That's
good,
I would literally look. It's called a rose for a reason. Okay, I'm not dating somebody fat. I'm not dating somebody bald. I'm not dating somebody who makes $38,000 a year. I'm not. What do we? You have more things to worry about than me.
Okay.
Nah,
Do
for
Do you
real.
want a relationship?
Yeah,
Do you want kids?
I have one.
Okay. Do you plan on having more?
No,
Do you want marriage?
it's open.
It's open. Like
Yeah.
you would like do,
I
like
want
is that like
long-term
an end life
partnership.
goal? Like do you really want marriage? Like is
It
that
used
something
to
that you really
be.
want?
It
It
used to be,
but not
but
anymore.
not anymore. I think it's the Constitution, like the foundation of marriage, is a little different. I seek long term partnership.
Mm.
However, I do see the upside that marriage gives, which is like legality,
Mm.
right? And so, but it's not like, oh my God, I want this fairy tale wedding, because I know what the other side looks like. I've been engaged. I had the big ass rock. I had the beautiful ass what's it called,
The wedding and stuff.
proposal.
Yeah.
The proposal, like I've done all of it, and it's just not always cracked up to be. And so it's like, I mean, yeah.
You gotta make sure that damage from one person doesn't spill over into other things though. So
That's
so
too late.
so a big thing is just because that messed up one time, like you shouldn't judge marriage for the rest of your life. And the thing is, like, if we look at statistics, women are very, it shows that women, y'all's happiness really relies on marriage and kids in the
No,
future.
it does
So
not.
oh, it does. There's a reason
No,
why
it's
women are
not.
more
It is a
have
statistic
more on.
that says that women have less quality of life married. Men have a higher quality of life. Women
You're
are
correct,
less
yes.
happy in marriage.
No.
I will show you the statistics.
I could show you
Well,
that like
we can
that
search it
a
up
large
together.
predicator
What they
of
say,
happiness
show me
for
the
a woman,
Carfax.
the large predicator for happiness for a woman
It may be
is marriage
kids.
and kids.
It may be kids. It may not be marriage.
I'm just gonna say this as a woman in STEM. It is actually because we are born nurturers, and that is probably where the statistic comes from. Is because we are like our hormones and everything like that tells us, like, you know, when we have our periods and stuff, like, I want a baby, I want a baby. That, I think that's what he means by that, not just like we have to. It's just like it's literally our hormones that tell us that. It doesn't mean we want it. It's just our hormones, like our body is saying it.
Which I get, but overall, like I've seen a study that says women who are married have a less quality of life.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing.
Yes, and so but men, they live longer if they're married.
Yeah, it's way better for men. Yeah,
Yes,
we save more money, we live longer. Everything's
Why?
better for
You
men.
have a woman that takes care of you, right?
Yeah.
Men, if you're married,
Yeah.
women takes care of you more often than not. The male is not really present in the kid's life. That falls more on the mom.
Okay,
you're
assuming these things.
No,
This
the
is all whenever you
statistics.
choose a bad man. Like you need
That's
to
what I
understand.
thought.
I didn't choose a bad
serious.
man.
But I'm just
But I'm
saying,
saying
any woman that
statistics.
says these things, that's their own fault because they chose a bad man. Now, if you actually choose wisely, you never have these type of. The problem today is women are choosing their mates and they suck at it. Y'all truly suck at picking men, and like that's just a fact. Like it's not like a maybe or I think.
You don't
it's
think
a fact.
men do switcheroos? Like they
Are they
say
finessing? Of course,
Not
I
even
teach
a
every
finesse.
day.
Not even finesse, but just like a hey, this is me. XYZ until they get you into a part to where you
I mean,
can't
they're
It
leave.
not-
is
they're
in
not
my
doing
eyes.
that.
I
They
still
have
call
them
that a
like that.
finesse. It is still a
Yeah.
finesse, and yes, they are doing it like crazy.
So
If
how
y'all,
did I choose? How did I choose wrong? If you told me you were gonna be this person
But the
and
moment
say
you
we chose and we made
Yeah.
a family
because
together.
you got
It's a
famoosed.
betting
You,
Okay, then
you're
I
not
didn't
you're
choose
not
a bad
understanding.
man, I got finesse.
I'm
I
about
just-
to
I- can I
explain to
say
you
something
how it
else?
was for all of history. For all of history, for women to have a man, the dad or the brothers or the uncles were all going to vet that man to make sure that she wasn't going to get famoosed.
Man,
So this is the problem today. There's not enough fathers in households. There's not enough
Yeah.
vetting. Like y'all don't go to your fathers to help you vet a man. Never. There's no woman
It's
that
always
does that today.
Get they dad.
Oh,
And-
I
Don't
did.
say no
But in
woman,
reality,
I do.
in
I
reality,
did.
You know
I did.
what?
I
And my
talked
dad
about
gave his blessing. So
yeah. What I'm saying was he a part of every part of the dating process though from the very beginning. I highly doubt he was about it from the very start. Like literally, like was judging him on y'all's first date, and that's what he should have been doing. Like you should have had somebody from the very first day being like. Like I'm watching it from the start to the wherever it got to where he was marrying you.
Not
And I
did.
guarantee you it wasn't like that. Like he probably jumped in at a random spot.
I agree. He did jump in at a running stop, but I think that what you're saying is we should go back to different times because that was in the before times. However, if we're going to do that, then men don't do any of the things that they do from the before times.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing. Y'all want a traditional man, but y'all aren't traditional women.
Do
Now,
you
if you
go-
acted traditional, you would be able to attract a traditional man. There's tons of men that are
But I
traditionals
have a
today.
question.
There's
I
tons
got
of them,
something to
but
say.
you're not going to be able to find them if you're not acting like a non-traditional
I
woman.
have something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just feel like before you get married, you gotta say yes. So if you feel like before the marriage or before the relationship and you knew that it wasn't good, it was bad in the first place, you should never say yes in the first place. And I just feel like when women get married, they see the wrong and they see the bad in the men before they get married. So I feel like they bring it on to themselves when they get married. Because if it was me and I knew that my man was acting kind of weird before we get married, I'm gonna tell him no. I don't care if everybody out here with the
So,
cameras.
It's a red flag. Like they have tons of red flags. Yeah.
I'm gonna chip in too about
Yeah.
the whole vetting process.
Mhm.
So whenever I was with my first ex, I was not honest with my father. Like I did not tell him about all the stuff that was going on until way later. And whenever I told him all this, he's like, "Brianna, you need to get the fuck out.
Mhm.
Like you need to get out." And eventually I did, and I'm way happier now.
Yeah, like you'd be surprised how much they can help, but like nobody wants to ask for their help. Like, why would y'all? I understand. Like, why would you? I wouldn't want to either. Like, we live in a whole different world than it was 50 years ago. But sadly, guys are finessing harder now than ever. Like, they're always trying to finesse women out their box. I always have to teach women on these panels. Like, guys will say anything to get sex. They will do anything and say anything.
Nah, for real.
So, like,
That's me.
I'll
give
Not
you
you
right out your
finessing?
draw.
I made you fuck.
Nah, for real.
So did you answer the what age would you settle for the average man?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead. What age would you settle for the average guy?
Right now,
right now?
Right.
How old are you?
27.
No.
27.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, you better not.
Hey,
Baby,
no.
We're not letting you leave this podcast.
No,
so
that's what I'm
we-
saying.
No, cause listen, y'all.
It's okay.
I'm a hopeless romantic. Okay, listen.
Oh, they get you.
I be getting them, but they get me too at the end. So okay, listen.
So you
I'm
think
the
you get
flip.
them, but then
I'm
you
the
know
one.
what
I'll
happens?
be fishing, and then they get me. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna spit my game, and then sooner or later, I'm like,
I don't like you no more.
bro, I really love you for real.
Oh no.
No, keep your hope alive.
I
Don't
be